Good day, students! Welcome back to Maestrang Techie YouTube channel. Welcome to National Learning Camp, students, or should I say, campers. Today, we are going to learn again balanced and unbalanced forces. Exciting, right? But before anything else, let's have first a short review. I will be showing you pictures, and all you have to do is analyze the picture and tell me something about it. Are you ready, campers? Let's go to our first picture. What can you say about the picture? What is the first word that comes into your mind seeing this picture? I think you can say balance, right? What does the balance mean in everyday terms? Balance is when something is stable, equal, or not falling over. Very good, class. Now let's have the next picture. What can you say about this picture? Maybe you thought of the word force. What does the word force mean in everyday terms? Force means to break something open, like to force a door open. It is a force or it is a field, a push or a pull, something that makes things move, like a magnet pulling a metal toy. Nice answer, class. Now let's have the next picture. What can you say about the picture? We have here two boys that are pulling the rope in opposite direction. The question is, what does balance mean in scientific terms when we are referring to forces? When we say balanced forces, class, these are forces that are the same or forces that are canceling each other. One force counteracts the other. Good job, class! Now, another question. How could you illustrate or represent balanced forces? You can use words, symbols, or drawings. Any idea? I have here some symbols. These are some of the symbols that represent balanced forces. I have another one. We have here weighing scale, a seesaw, a gymnast in a balance beam, standing on one foot. These are all representation of balance. Good job, class! Now, let's proceed to the purpose of this lesson. This lesson is about balanced and unbalanced forces and how forces can affect the way an object moves. If you want to learn more about this topic, just keep on watching. Now let's have the language practice. These are the terms that you are going to encounter in our lesson today. So campers, repeat after me. Let's have force. Everybody say force. Next, same direction. Next, opposite direction. Next, cancel. Next, representations. And lastly, situations. Thank you, class, for your cooperation. Now let's have some of the key concepts for today's video lesson. Let's talk about balance and force. Take note, class, equal forces acting in opposite directions in the same line cancel each other and are described as being in balance, just like the picture shown in your screen right now. Another one, the movement of object is changed if the forces acting on them are not in balance. Just like this one, we have here 300 Newton and 100 Newton. And as you can see, they are unbalanced forces. Now, let us have our lesson activity. But before that, we have here a given situation that you need to analyze. These are four representations of forces acting on square objects. As you can see, we have here situation number 1. We have here same size and shape of arrow representing balanced forces. We have here situation 2. We have a bigger arrow on the right side, meaning to say this has greater force. We have here situation 3, wherein the arrow on the right side is larger, meaning to say it has greater force. And again, we have here situation number 4. We have the same arrow that represents balanced forces. Now, class, answer this guide questions part A on a piece of paper. Pause this video and answer these 3 questions. Alright, class, let us see what you got. What does equal forces mean? It means the same size or forces. Question number 2. What are some ways that the motion of objects might be changed? First, they could start moving from being still or being at rest. Or it could speed up or accelerate. Or either it could slow down or decelerate. They could also change in direction, or they could stop moving. Those are some of the ways that the motion of object might be changed. Next, question number 3. What needs to happen for a force to change an object's motion? If an object is at rest, you need to apply force. That's right. You need to apply force to make it move. Or if the object is moving, you could apply force to make it slow down, go faster, or change direction. Did you got it correct, class? Now, let's continue. Let's have again some key concepts. When we say net force, it is the sum of all the forces acting on an object. When the forces acting on an object are balanced, there is no net force and so the object will not move. On the other hand, when we say unbalanced forces, the forces acting on an object are unbalanced. There is net force and so the object will move. That's right, class. Now, pause again this video to answer the following guide questions. Again, class, please refer to our lesson activity situation. Answer these 3 questions. Alright, class, let us see if you got it correct. Question number 1. The stimulus shows 4 ways to represent forces using symbols. Which situations are representing balanced forces? Let's go back to our situation. Which of the following is showing balanced forces? That is situation 1 and situation 4. That's correct, class. Question number 2. Assuming the square objects are the same size and mass, what do you predict would be the movement of the objects in each situation when the forces represented were applied to the objects? As you can see, the object in situation 1 and 4 will not move because the forces acting here are balanced. On the other hand, the object in situation 2 will move to the right because there is a greater force on the right arrow. Same with object in situation 3. Therefore, it will move to the left. Next, question number 3. Write a general statement that describes the relationship between forces and the motion of an object. We can say, class, if the forces acting on an object are balanced, the object will not move. Why? Because there is no net force. On the other hand, if the forces acting on an object are unbalanced, the object will move because there is a net force. Good job, class, for answering our guide questions activity. Now for our summary, the net force when forces are balanced is equal to 0. It means no movement or change in movement. Next, there is a net force when forces are unbalanced. It means movement or a change in the movement. And for our lesson conclusion, class, please again pause the video to answer these 3 questions. What did you learn from this lesson? What are some things you enjoyed about the lesson? And what is something you would like to learn more about in this topic? And that's it, class, for our lesson for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned something new about balanced and unbalanced forces. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell button to be updated on our next video lesson. Goodbye, class!